Science and technology have always been at the core of human progress, shaping civilization, improving lives, and pushing the boundaries of what is possible. Over the centuries, groundbreaking discoveries and innovations have transformed the way we live, communicate, and interact with the world around us. This documentary delves into some of the most significant scientific and technological advancements that have had a profound impact on society, including electricity, the telephone, vaccine, penicillin, the internet, smartphones, and the artificial intelligence.
Our story begins with the first discovery, which is electricity. Since ancient times, humans have observed the power of electricity from the lightning and the thunderstorm to the static shock of a ROVCOM. However, it was not until the 18th century that scientists began to unlock the mystery of this force. Note that the electricity was not invented but rather discovered. Benjamin Franklin is credited for discovering electricity in the 1700s, which his kite experience in which he blew a kite with a metal kite tied to it during a thunderstorm demonstrating the connection between lightning and electricity. Scientific principles. Electricity is the flow of charged particles, primarily electrons. The movements of electrons creates an electric current which can be harnessed to produce energy. K concept includes voltage, the electrical potential difference, current, the flow of electron, and resistance, the position of the flow of electron. These principles are governed by laws such as Ohm's law and Kirchhoff's law. Impact and consequences. The discovery and harnessing of electricity revolutionized society. It enabled the development of electric lighting, power homes, industries, and transportation. Electricity led to the second industrial revolution, driving automation and mass production. It also transformed communication, entertainment, and healthcare. However, the generation of electricity was environmental consequences, including greenhouse gas emissions from fossil fuel power plants and the potential for accidents of nuclear power plant.
Moving on the next discovery, the telephone. Before the inventions of the telephone, long-distance communication relied on postal mail, telegraph lines, and even carrier pigeons. In 1876, Alexander Graham Bell's invention of the telephone transferred communication, allowing people to speak to each other in real time over vast distance. He was not the only one working on this problem, but he was the first successfully demonstrate a working model. Scientific principle. Bell's invention utilized the principle of electromagnetism, where electrical current creates magnetic field and vice versa. This principle enabled the transmission of sound waves over wires, leading to the birth of the telephone. Impact and consequences. The telephone revolutionized communications, making it possible to connect with people across vast distances instantly. It transformed business, government, and personal life. The telephone led to the development of vast communication network, including the public switch telephone network. However, the widespread use of the telephone also raised concern about privacy and the potential for misuse.
Next discovery is vaccine. The vaccine have been a major achievement in public health, saving countless lives from preventable diseases. The first vaccine developed by Edward Jenner in the late 18th century targeted smallpox, a deadly disease that had plagued humanity for centuries. This led to the development of the first successful vaccine against a deadly disease. Development of vaccine has continued throughout history with advancement in understanding the immune system and the development of new technologies. Scientific principles. Vaccine work by introducing a weakened or inactive form of a virus or bacteria into the body. This triggers an immune response, causing the body to produce antibodies that can fight off the disease if exposed to it in the future. Impact and consequences. Vaccines have been one of the most significant public health achievements in history, dramatically reducing the incidence and severity of many infectious diseases. They have saved millions of lives and improved the health and well-being of population worldwide. However, there are concerns about vaccine safety and the potential for side effects. The spread of misinformation about vaccines has led to a decline in vaccination rates in some countries, increasing the risk of outbreaks of preventable diseases.
Moving on to the next discovery, we have here the penicillin. Before the discovery of penicillin, bacterial infections were often fatal. In the early 20th century, Alexander Fleming, a Scottish bacteriologist, accidentally discovered the potent antibacterial properties of penicillin. These accidental discoveries led to the development of the first widely used antibiotic. Penicillin is an antibiotic, a type of drug that inhibits the growth of bacteria. Its discovery revolutionized medicine, paving the way for the development of countless other antibiotics that have saved millions of lives. Penicillin revolutionized medicine, providing a powerful tool to fight bacterial infections. It dramatically reduced mortality rates from diseases like pneumonia, syphilis, and meningitis. Penicillin opened the door for the development of other antibiotics, leading to a golden age of medicine. However, the overuse of antibiotic has led to the emergence of antibiotic-resistant bacteria, posing a significant threat to public health.
Next, discover the Internet. The Internet's origins can be traced back to the 1960s with the development of the ARPANET or Advanced Research Project Agency Network by the U.S. Department of Defense. The goal was to create a communication network that could survive a nuclear attack. In the 1980s, the National Science Foundation Network was established, expanding the network and making it accessible to universities and research institutions. The development of the World Wide Web in the 1990s made the Internet accessible to the general public, leading to its explosive growth. Scientific principles. The Internet relies on the Transfer Control Protocols or Internet Protocol. This is a communication standard that allows diverse computer systems to connect. Impact and consequences. The Internet has had a profound impact on society, transforming communication, commerce, education, entertainment, and nearly every aspect of modern life. It has created new industries, empowered individuals, and accelerated globalizations. However, the Internet has also raised concerns about privacy, security, misinformation, and the potential for addiction and social isolation.
Next, the smartphone. The first smartphone, the IBM Simon Personal Communicator, was released in 1994. It combined the functionality of a mobile phone, pager, and personal digital assistant, or PDA. The introductions of touchscreen technology, internet access, and powerful mobile operating systems like Android and iOS led to the development of the modern smartphone. Scientific principles. Smartphones utilize a wide array of scientific principles, including digital signal processing, microchip technology, and wireless communication protocols. These advancements have enabled the creation of powerful, versatile devices that can make phone calls, browse the internet, take pictures, and much more. Impact and consequences. Smartphones have become an indispensable part of modern life, connecting people, providing access to information, and facilitating entertainment and commerce. They have revolu- revolutionized communication, navigation, photography, and entertainment. However, smartphones have also raised concerns about addiction, screen time, privacy, and the potential for distraction.
And last but not the least, discoveries that we choose, the artificial intelligence. The concept of artificial intelligence, that called AI, has captivated the imagination of scientists and science fiction writers for decades. Early AI research focused on creating machines that could mimic human intelligence. Significant advancement in computing power, data storage, and algorithms have led to a surge in AI research and development in recent years. Scientific principles. AI utilize sophisticated algorithms, machine learning techniques, and computational power to enable machines to learn, adapt, and perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Impact and consequence. AI has the potential of revolutionize many industries, automating tasks, improving efficiency, and creating new products and services. It is already being used in healthcare, finance, transportation, and other sectors. However, also raise technically concern about bias, job displacement, and the potential for misuse.
To conclude everything, as science and technology continue to advance, we've seen incredible changes over the centuries, from learning to use electricity to creating artificial intelligence and more, based on the other discoveries and inventions that we discuss. These following inventions have completely changed how we live and will continue to shape our future. However, this rapid progress also brings challenges. We need to think carefully about the ethical questions surrounding AI, make sure everyone has access to technology, and deal with potential environmental problems. Science and technology are moving so fast that we can expect even more amazing discoveries and inventions. The future could bring solutions to global problems, better healthcare, and new technologies that will change the world. This advancement could lead to cures for diseases, ways to fight climate change, and even space exploration. In short, the history of science and technology shows what humans are capable of achieving when they work together and pursue knowledge. As we're on the verge of even bigger advancement, we need to remember the huge potential of human creativity. But we must use this potential wisely. This future requires careful planning and a commitment to using these powerful tools for the betterment of humanity. We must ensure that scientific progress serves the needs of all people and protects our planet for generations to come.